Hey, ladies and gentlemen, friends of the Institute for Cultural Diplomacy, very happy to have you all here and to begin what promises to be a very interesting interactive discussion. As most of you know, the Institute for Cultural Diplomacy recently started a new organization called the Organization for Youth Education and Development, where the key focus is actually to deal with the issue of youth unemployment. And we really think for a number of reasons now is a very interesting time to discuss this issue and to be working in the framework of this Organization for Youth Education and Development. First of all, of course, we saw the Arab Spring not too long ago, where you see in Tunisia, Egypt, but beyond, a lot of very qualified, educated, talented youth that don't have jobs. And that was one of the driving forces. Of course, there were others as well behind a lot of the frustration that really escalated into what became the Arab Spring. But it's not limited, of course, to the Arab countries. In addition, we then see the economic crisis in the European Union and beyond. Now, whether we look at Spain or Portugal or Greece, etc., serious issues again when it comes to youth unemployment. And the question is, what can be done? And the Institute for Cultural Diplomacy, for actually the last 13 years, the biggest priority for us has actually been youth, young leaders, and young professionals. So in that sense, we said, all right, why don't we try to take some of that know-how, some of those networks, some of those partners from the last 13 years, and actually translate them and funnel them all in to the Organization for Youth Education and Development. So that's what we've done. And then in partnership with other external partners and leaders, some of whom are present today, we hope to really work in a very hands-on, concrete way, locally based projects as well as nationally and regional projects to try to make contributions to help ease that transition from the very grave situation in some countries of youth unemployment to hopefully a better situation. So we're very excited to have the discussion today. I'm very honored, first of all, to have three very prominent panelists. But again, for the structure today, we're trying to mix it up. So it's not really a formal panel and an audience, but this is really one group, one conversation. So I've asked each of the panelists to begin. There'll be at least a smaller exchange amongst them. And then we really would welcome and also encourage your active questions as well as comments. And hopefully we don't agree on these issues, so we can have also some debate to really have a good exchange of different viewpoints. The chairman of the panel, I'll maybe introduce first, Dr. Erhard Busek, a longtime friend and supporter of the Institute for Cultural Diplomacy, currently the Secretary General of the Organization for Youth Education and Development. So it's really thanks to his leadership, thanks to his push that we're here, that the organization exists. I know myself personally have learned a tremendous amount from you, Dr. Busek, already, and I know that the group right now will continue that tradition, as well as hopefully all that we work with in the context of the